Jay Silverheels is best remembered as Tonto, the faithful Native American companion to the Lone Ranger in the iconic 1950s television series The Lone Ranger. For years, he was celebrated as a television legend, a cultural symbol, and the first Native American actor to achieve mainstream success in Hollywood. But behind his stoic portrayal and the fame it brought lies a complex and often overlooked story. A truth that's only now coming fully to light. Born Harold J. Smith in 1912 on the Six Nations Reserve in Ontario, Canada, Jay Silverheels was a Mohawk of the Turtle Clan. He grew up in a world where Indigenous people were rarely given opportunities, and racism was woven into everyday life. Before Hollywood called, Silverheels was an accomplished athlete, particularly a gifted lacrosse player who even toured internationally. Yet, as he left the sports world behind and entered movies, he found himself funneled into stereotypical roles deeply entrenched in Hollywood's narrow-minded expectations. In 1949, Silverheels was cast as Tonto, a role that would define his career. Though the character was written as a sidekick with broken English and minimal dialogue, Silverheels recognized the opportunity it presented both for himself and for Native American representation on screen. But as the show skyrocketed in popularity, Silverheels found himself typecast. The industry, which profited off his authenticity, refused to see him as anything more than the Indian. Over the years, he became frustrated with the way Indigenous people were depicted in entertainment. Despite being a trailblazer, he was rarely given the respect he deserved as an actor. On set and off, he faced discrimination, not only in the roles he was offered, but in how people perceived him. Even his famous catchphrase, "Mi Tonto, you kemosabe," was a painful reminder of how far Hollywood had to go in its portrayal of Native people. His response? Speak up. Silverheels became one of the earliest advocates for Native American actors in Hollywood. He co-founded the Indian Actors Workshop in Los Angeles in the 1960s, an organization dedicated to supporting and training Indigenous actors who wanted to break free from typecasting. His mission wasn't just personal, it was revolutionary, but his activism came at a cost. Hollywood didn't reward those who challenged the status quo. After The Lone Ranger, Silverheels struggled to find meaningful work. While co-star Clayton Moore enjoyed consistent opportunities, Silverheels was largely relegated to minor roles or parodies of his own character. Still, he never compromised his dignity. When asked about Tonto later in life, he reportedly said, "I think Tonto is one of the best parts ever written for a Native American. But I wish people would understand that there was more to me than just Tonto." Behind the public persona, Silverheels was a quiet poet, a painter, and a devoted family man. But he was also a man living with the pain of stereotypes and the frustration of limited choices in a system built to confine him. He suffered a series of strokes in his later years and passed away in 1980 at the age of 67, leaving behind a legacy both powerful and bittersweet. Today, Jay Silverheels is remembered not only as Tonto, but as a pioneer who broke barriers, challenged the establishment, and paved the way for Native actors today. His story, once overshadowed by a fictional mask, is now rightly being honored for the truth it carries. A story of strength, resilience, and the fight for dignity in an industry that was never built for him.